This third video from the Common Use Cases collection will cover how to allow comment sections in your app. We'll show you how to create a comment section for a product page. As always, create a design prior to implementing everything in Webcat. This comment section will be located right beneath the product's info. It will include the section to write and submit the comment, and also other people's comments ordered by date from most recent to oldest. To start, go back to your Webcat project and in the database module make sure you have created a table with the items about which comments will be allowed. We'll use the products table for this tutorial, which you can find in the meta template. Make sure the ID field is selected, since this information will be really important to connect everything. Also, check the security settings, which you can find in the settings section of the table in the security option. Now you can define this however you need, but it is important that if you want everyone to be able to read other people's comments, then you must keep the read configuration as public. Also, we advise keeping the mutation options private, since we do not want users to be able to write over any information from this table. Now we'll need to create a table to save all comments. It will include as many fields as we want visible in our app. So we'll create one for the author's name, one for the comment itself, and a key field which we'll call comment ID, and will allow us to connect any comment to its corresponding product. The security settings for this table will be set too. Here, any person even without logging in will be able to comment, and all comments will be visible, which is why the field create will be set public, and just like before, the read field will also be set public. Lastly, we'll create a few example comments for testing. And in the comment ID field, we'll assign the identical value of the product's ID, which we can check again in the products table. Back in the canvas, we have already created the detail page for the products. Now we'll create the comment section and comment fields. If we look at the design, the comment section is only built with 3 texts, and the comment field will only require 2 input fields and a button. We'll create them first, and once they look like our design, then we'll move on to connect everything. Let's begin by setting the comment section first. Start by turning your parent element into a component so you can use it in other pages such as a blog entry or review section, and there's no need to set everything from scratch. Now inside this component we'll create a couple of variables. One of type scope prop called item.Id, one more of type database collection connected to the comments table. Here assign comment ID in the order by field and make sure the field equals to has the following value assigned, just like the prop variable we created. We'll name this variable comments. And now select the div with the elements to be repeated and assign its repeater to the name of the variable we just created, comments. Now let's set the text's values. The one with the author's name will have the following value, item.name. The second one, which includes the comment written, will have item.comment. And the last one, which includes the date, must have the following expression just to show it with this specific format. Once you've set it, go back to the parent element, select the component, and in Adjust mode in the Props panel, write product.Id in the item.Id field. Now test it by changing the product shown so you can make sure it is working for different products. To organize comments by date so the most recent comment is shown first, go back to the component, select the parent div which is repeated, and assign its value to the following expression. Now let's move forward to the comment fields. We have also turned it into a component. Inside it, we'll create a variable to store comments in the database called newComment. This variable is of type database record and will be connected to the comments table. We'll also create a variable called item.Id of type scope prop. This one is exactly the same as the one created in the other component. Then select each input field and in code mode in the model panel, select the name of the variable recently created and the corresponding field where we want the info to be stored. So it will be one for the author's name and one for the comment itself. Also, make sure each input field has a label assigned from the props panel. Now, it is really important the button not only saves but assigns the comment to each product ID. Otherwise, comments will get mixed up, which is why we'll create two procedures. One called assign comment product ID of type scope mutate. It will include the name of the variable newComment followed by a dot and comment ID. And will also assign the value item.Id. Now the next procedure will be named save comment of type database save. Connected to the variable newComment2. Go ahead and connect both procedures by selecting the button and creating a click event with the procedure, assign comment product ID, and then with save comment in that order. Before testing, we'll create one more div with a text inside, so we can provide feedback. To make it visible only when a comment is saved, select this div element and in the Show If field in Code Mode, select the following expression. Follow the same process with the comment fields, so they will hide when a comment is saved, which is why you must select the same expression that starts with the exclamation mark. One last step, go back to the parent, select the component, and in the Props panel in Adjust mode, write one more time product.Id, just like we did for the other component. And that's all you need to do to allow comments from different users in your app. Go ahead and test it.